I got woke up about 5:30 in the morning. Nearby precipitation. I knew it was going to rain today. I wasn't aware we had thunderstorm watch. Kind of looking at it, there's a lot of rain coming towards us. And by the amount that we're supposed to get, it looks like this afternoon will be the worst of it. And then I guess mainly overnight, but there's no thunderstorm icons, it's just rain, so that's a good sign, I guess. But here's the system that's coming at us. Doesn't seem to be any storms nearby, just so you know, this is where I'm at right here, where the mouse cursor is. The rain is kinda growing, I guess you could say. It's ahead of the system, there's more rain that's just kinda starting. So it fully envelops us. But you can see there's a back end to it. It's not a fading thing, it just come in and do its thing and go back out. And shortly after 7, the thunderstorm risk had ended and the rain was clearing up. So I planned on going out today. I'm prepared for rain. I'm expecting it to, but there's nothing on the radar at this very moment. There is some out there, spotty stuff here and there, but nothing guaranteed. So take the monster out. I'm still testing. I don't want to go any great distance from home just yet until I'm sure that my new 4 battery system is going to work properly. So before I even leave, I discovered a problem. I'm not quite sure what's going on, but for some reason I'm not getting the full power out of the monster, and I'm not sure why. So I'm just gonna cruise around the yard a bit, and I got the multi-tester plugged into the outlet, or the charger port actually, monitor the voltage, and the meter was all over the place. I had no idea what was going on. So I just kind of drove through the grass a bit, and after a bit I started realizing it's acting like something is not making full contact. So I get full voltage and all of a sudden it'll drop down almost as low as 12 volts, and then it'll jump back up, and it doesn't stay in one spot long enough to really get a full reading on it. It's just jumping all over the place. So I parked the monster, take that big heavy seat off again, and check what's going on. And one of the green knobs wasn't fully tightened. It was kind of loose a little bit, and tightened it down, and that seemed to be what the problem was. So apparently when I screw these knobs in, I have to crank them down really tight for them to make proper contact. So it's first lesson learned on my new learning curve. So this is all new to me, doing this type of system, so there's going to be some bugs to work out. So that was my first issue. I now know when I put the knobs in, I have to screw them down as hard as I can to guarantee that they're making full contact. So got that problem out of the way, everything seems okay now. So I'm going to go do my rail trail tour, and I'm expecting to get wet somewhere along the way. Just making sure everything's working properly. The issue I was having before, when the voltage would drop down, the brake would just suddenly come on unexpectedly. So can't have that happening when I'm out on the road. So I'm just kind of taking my time here, just checking things out, making sure everything's gonna work. So everything seems to be working now. I haven't had any more issues. And the rain's been coming and going. Had storms. There's nothing on this particular day until overnight hours, so this be a good time to take the monster on its first long distance test. I'm heading out to Cody's trailer park and go visit the family out there. And it's almost in Walkerton. I'm not sure what the distance is. Walkerton's about a 10-minute drive from Hanover, so and it's not quite that far. An indication of the distance I'll be going. So I got 2 cameras on the scooter. I got the overhead camera, and I have one mounted down by the rear wheel. And when I first left, I turned both cameras on, but apparently I forgot to take the lens cap off the Fender cam. I kind of looked down at the camera and I was like, oh crap. So I stopped, took the lens cap off, and continued on my way. So I'm not exactly, probably not going to enjoy this trip because I'll be driving on the shoulder mostly. I'll be on the highway, and I don't like that idea, but the trailer park's on the highway, so I don't really have much of a choice on that one. But we'll see how things go. Wasn't the most comfortable trip. Our shoulder's really bumpy in many places. Plus there's the tractor tire bumps that the monster hates so much. So when there's no vehicles coming, I drive out onto the pavement. And unfortunately, this is a busy highway, so those opportunities aren't all that numerous. But I made it. Everything was good. My biggest fear driving on the shoulder is getting a flat tire, which the monster is quite prone to apparently. I had an emergency kit with me, a couple spare tubes just in case. But made it out here. Everything's good. Nice hot day. Really nice day for being out driving. I understand now why people spend their summers at campgrounds and trailer parks. It is so peaceful and relaxing. It's the perfect place to do absolutely nothing. And I've been told if you have kids, it's kind of like maintaining a second home, but for the most part, just life slows down. You just relax. Unfortunately, as a byproduct of that, when things slow down, time tends to speed up and it goes by really, really quickly. I don't remember how long I was here, but the time went by so quick. So after visiting for a while, I decided to go tour the campground and just check out the trails. It's been a good part of the day there. Yeah, I was kind of sad to leave, but all good things come to an end. Yeah, it's time to head back home. So, a trip out there and cruising around the trailer park. The batteries have worn down somewhat, but actually hasn't been doing too bad. So, heading home, I decided not to take the whole highway all the way into town. I get to the side road there, and I take the back roads in. And I'll tell you, the Monster is a joy to drive on the open roads. It's so smooth, it's just so easy to control, and it's just the freedom of just being out. Yeah, it's really, really nice. So, I get to the rail trail entrance, and at that point my low battery warning had been beeping for a little while. Yeah, I knew I had that big hill coming up, going in it right just before you get into town. And I figured, well, if the batteries are going to die, I'd rather be changing them or switching them over in the parking lot rather than on the side of the road. So I stopped into the parking lot and switched the batteries and then continued on my way home. So I consider this test a success, a very great success at that, and I believe I'm now ready to attempt the conservation area. So thanks for watching.